The 2026 Ford Mustang isn't just a refresh. It's a full-on evolution of a legacy machine. This car doesn't exist to please trends or chase the electric revolution. It's here to remind us what driving feels like when it's raw, mechanical, and just the right amount of unhinged. Ford knows it's building for a new generation of drivers, but they've also made sure the spirit of the original pony car is still under the skin. That balance between modern tech and classic attitude is exactly what makes the 2026 Mustang so compelling. Let's start with the beating heart. The GT model still comes with the 5.0-litre naturally aspirated Coyote V8, and in this latest iteration, it's been pushed to an impressive 500 horsepower. That's not just a marketing number, it's real, usable power that hits hard and keeps pulling deep into the rev range. Go for the dark horse, and that number jumps to 525 horses. These aren't numbers for show. They translate directly to pavement-tripping acceleration and an exhaust note that rattles your chest. This is not a quiet car. It doesn't ask permission. It makes an entrance every single time it starts. If you want something more fuel efficient or just prefer turbocharged torque, there's still the 2.3-litre EcoBoost. That engine makes 315 horsepower and has been re-engineered for better responsiveness and smoother delivery. It's no slouch, and for drivers looking for a lighter nose and sharper turn-in, it's a surprisingly fun option. But let's be honest, most Mustang fans are still chasing that V8 thunder, and Ford knows it. That's why they kept it alive, and why they've made it better than ever. Both engines are paired with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a 10-speed automatic. The manual, especially in the dark horse with its Dremec unit, feels solid, with a satisfying short throw and a mechanical connection that's hard to replicate in modern cars. It's the transmission for people who want to drive, not just go fast. But the 10-speed automatic is no joke either. It's smart, fast, and learns your habits. In sport or track mode, it snaps off shifts with authority, keeping the engine in the power band and letting you focus on the road or the strip. Handling is where the 2026 Mustang really starts to show its evolution. This isn't just a straight-line monster anymore. Ford's engineers reworked the suspension setup to feel more planted and more agile. The optional Magni-Ride adaptive suspension is especially impressive. It reads the road thousands of times per second and adjusts stamping on the fly. Hit a corner hard, and the body stays flat. Push it harder, and the car leans into the challenge with a balance that's surprisingly refined for a muscle car. There's still the playful rear-wheel drive behavior you expect, but it's easier to manage and more rewarding for drivers who know how to use it. Steering feel is tight, and although it's electrically assisted, Ford has tuned it to give more road feedback than in previous generations. It's predictable. It's direct. You point it, it goes. And that builds confidence whether you're carving up a canyon or just making a fast merge on the highway. Inside the cabin, things have changed dramatically. The 2026 Mustang ditches most physical buttons in favor of a fully digital interface. A 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster flows into a 13.2-inch center touchscreen, forming a sweeping cockpit-style layout that wraps around the driver. Ford's Sync 4 system powers everything: climate, navigation, audio, drive modes. It's customizable, responsive, and surprisingly easy to use. Want to see oil temps, tire pressures, or G-forces? It's all there with a few taps. And even though the tech is modern, Ford added some nostalgia in the form of retro-inspired gauge themes, including one based on the old Fox body layout. It's a subtle nod to history without trying too hard. The rest of the interior is cleaner, more refined. Soft touch materials replace the cheap plastics of older models, and the Recaro seats, if you spring for them, hold you in place while still being comfortable enough for daily driving. Sound insulation is better, but the Mustang still lets enough engine note into the cabin to remind you why you bought a muscle car in the first place. And if you need music, the optional Bang & Olufsen sound system delivers clear, punchy audio that doesn't distort when you crank it. Driving modes are another big part of the experience. There's normal, sport, track, drag strip, slippery, and even custom setups that let you tweak everything from throttle response to suspension stiffness. You can make the car feel mellow and smooth for a date night, then switch it up for full aggression at the track. Launch control and line lock are standard on performance models, and yes, there's an electronic drift brake now, inspired by rally cars and made for controlled slides. It's not a gimmick. It works. And it's fun. On the outside, the 2026 Mustang takes a more angular, sculpted approach. It's still recognizable, still very much a Mustang, but with sharper headlights, a more aggressive grille, and a wider stance. The rear end has been cleaned up too, with new tri-bar LED taillights and a more integrated diffuser. Each trim level offers unique touches. GT models get functional hood vents, while the Dark Horse steps it up with blacked-out trim, exclusive wheels, and larger front intakes. Customization options are everywhere. New color choices range from classic reds and blues to bold metallic finishes and stealthy grays. Multiple wheel designs, stripe packages, and spoiler options mean no two Mustangs need to look alike. You can build it your way: subtle, flashy, retro, or modern. Performance aside, what really sets the 2026 Mustang apart is its character. This isn't a car designed to blend in. It's loud when you want it to be. It shakes a little at idle. It talks back through the wheel. It's alive. And in a time when more cars feel like smartphones on wheels, that personality is everything. It's not perfect. Rear seats are still cramped. Visibility out back isn't great. Fuel economy on the V8 is what you'd expect: decent on the highway, not so much in town. And for some, the move away from physical buttons might feel like too much. But these aren't deal breakers. They're quirks. And they're part of the charm. Starting prices are competitive. The EcoBoost base model comes in around $32,000, and it gives you rear-wheel drive, good tech, and solid power. Step up to the GT, and you're looking at around $44,000. That's your gateway to the V8 world. The Dark Horse, with all its upgrades, starts just under $60,000. It's the most track-focused Mustang yet without jumping to Shelby levels of price or exclusivity. For the money, few cars offer this much versatility. It's fast, usable, tunable, and iconic. You can take it to a track day, road trip it across the country, or just enjoy a spirited Sunday morning drive. And when you park it, you'll look back. You always look back. There's also a massive ecosystem of aftermarket support. From exhaust systems and suspension kits to body kits and AQ flashes, you can take the 2026 Mustang and turn it into almost anything you want. That's always been part of the Mustang's appeal. It's not just a car, it's a platform. A canvas for building your dreamed machine. As the industry moves closer to electrification, the 2026 Mustang feels like a final celebration of internal combustion. Ford hasn't said how long they'll keep building V8s, but this one feels like a send-off even if they won't admit it. It's a car that makes no apologies. It's not trying to be everything to everyone. It's trying to be the best version of what it's always been: fast, loud, fun, and unmistakably American. If you're a car person, you get it. The sound of a naturally aspirated V8 at full throttle isn't just noise. It's emotion. The weight shift in a tight corner, the feel of a manual gearbox clicking into place, its connection. This car delivers that. It brings back the thrill of driving at a time when too many cars are trying to make it boring. So, is the 2026 Ford Mustang worth it? If you care about horsepower, style, and having a car that doesn't just move you but moves you absolutely. Whether you're in it for weekend runs, daily driving, or building something custom, this Mustang gives you the foundation you need. It's the last of a dying breed, and it's going out swinging. Let us know what you'd spec: EcoBoost or V8, automatic or manual, track build or daily cruiser. And if this is the last gas Mustang we ever get, did Ford do it right?